What is up, you guys? We are going to do a recap of the 72-hour fast I did last week. We're going to talk about, if you should do it, my response to it, and just kind of give you tips and tricks and just go over a general recap. So I'm trying to make this short. I'm probably going to ramble, but stay with me. If you haven't checked out Rob and Jen, the other channel, the family channel, the vlog channel, the Dave eating channel, go check it out. It's linked down below. Please go subscribe. Watch the last 2 days of eating. It kind of makes sense with this video. But give us some support on that channel. And if you like this video, please thumbs it up and drop a comment down below. The likes on a video and the comments on a video and the interaction with you guys really helps the ranking on YouTube. So please interact, even if you just want to say hi or whatever. Drop a comment down below. But let's go over the recap. So if you watched the Rob and Jen videos and the days of eating, you saw a lot of food. We ate a lot of pancakes. We had some donuts. We had I almost said some. We had a lot of alcohol. We kind of just had a free-for-all of food and drinks. It was 4th of July weekend, representing America and just having a good time with family and friends. And it was my cousin's wedding weekend. So we were just having a fun time. And 5 days of that, takes a toll. It's a lot of extra calories. It's a lot of alcohol. It's a lot of inflammation. And we didn't work out. So 5 days of that really just my body just soaked it all up like a sponge. And in the picture, which I'll show you right here, I gained 20 pounds. Now, right off the bat, I want to say that no, that wasn't all body fat or actual body weight. It was obviously a full day eating, right? So I had 5 or 6 pounds of food in me. There was obviously poop inside of me, a lot of water retention, a lot of inflammation, a lot of sodium. So most of it was actual fluid and food and intestinal weight, right? I didn't gain 20 pounds of fat, but I did gain 20 pounds. My face was puffy, and literally to the touch, my stomach hurt. I would touch my stomach just lightly, I'd be like, oh my God, it actually hurts. And I could just feel over exaggerating, but I could shift my belly, right? And it was just oh my God, it hurt so bad. So I've seen the 72-hour fast, right? I've seen the challenge. I've only gone 32 hours prior, but I do have a background in intermittent fasting. I've done intermittent fasting for 5 years on and off. And generally throughout most days, I fast 12 to 16 hours. So my body's used to not eating for longer periods of time. So 72 hours though, I was I don't know. I do have a lot of bloat on me, but I don't know if I can go 3 days. That's kind of crazy. So initially I wanted to do it, one, for a detox, reset the body, just kind of flush out the alcohol, but also because it's a challenge and you guys know I like to experiment. So that was my initial thought. And 3 days, I literally didn't know if I could make it, but I was just let me just take it one day at a time. So we started off, it was really 3:30 p.m. when I had that Sunday, if you watch that video, but I just rounded up to 4 p.m. And I think right away, if you're gonna do a fast, it's great to start afternoon time, because by the time I went to bed, I was already fasting 6 hours, and then I went to bed, I woke up and I was already 12, 13 hours deep. So that helped out a lot. But day one, surprisingly, I thought I was gonna wake up hungry. Because usually after you have a lot of calories, for multiple days in a row, you wake up in the morning, your body's all right, I'm ready to go. And it's expecting more calories, but I had no hunger pains. I didn't even want to look at food. We didn't go to the grocery store. I didn't look at anything on Instagram or social media. I never even opened my fridge. So all of that without associating food into my daily routine helped me out a lot. And our whole house is cleaned out. We had no food in the cupboard or anything like that. So I literally didn't even smell food or even look at food for 3 days, which helped out a lot. Now, if you have like food in your cupboard, you got Oreos, you got cereal, you got people cooking food in your face, like that might be a little more difficult. But thankfully, Jennifer went 27 hours with me. So day one, I jumped in. I didn't want to work out. I didn't want to go too crazy since it was my first time through. And day one was like a breeze. It was really, really easy. Water, black coffee. I know people were asking me about that as I was posting it on Instagram, which thank you for the support while you guys were watching me. You guys were commenting and giving me feedback. And I actually inspired a few people to do it as well. So congrats if you did do the fast with me, even if you didn't make it 72 hours. But day one was a breeze. It was easy. I worked out like really light in the morning, really light in the afternoon. And then day two, or when I woke up the next day, I was already down like 13 pounds. So that goes to show you that it was just a lot of fluid, a lot of inflammation. I was just super, super puffy. Like my face, when I was editing the videos, my face was so fat. Oh, well, not fat, but you know, it was just so bloated. And just by day one, like 24 hours, like, well, when I woke up, it was 27 hours or something like that. Just that 27-hour period like helped out a lot. And then day two comes around. I'm not hungry at all, still not looking at food, not smelling food, not going to the store, not on social media. I'm just trying to keep myself occupied. I'm editing videos. And that's another tip is like, if you're gonna do it, find some busy days where you're really hectic at work. Don't do it on a weekend, right? Just stay busy, because if you're like sitting at home, which I did have periods of like 2 hours at home, like I was like, what am I gonna do? I'm hungry. No, I'm not. And really, like, it wasn't like that I was hungry or felt hunger or stomach pains. It was more like mentally my brain was like, dude, aren't you supposed to be eating right now? So that was just the weird part about it. But day two goes around, did some light cardio, some abs, we went on a bike ride, another kind of breeze of a day. And Jennifer didn't eat until that night, I think. So that was the first time like she actually ate like in the other room, like away from me. She was like really nice and didn't like eat right in front of my face. But that was easy. Day two, easy, boom. I think I was down at that point like 15 pounds or something like that. So day one was a huge chunk of weight. Day two was a little bit less. And I only had like 3 or 5 pounds left on day three, I think. And at the point of waking up on day three, I'm like, today's the day. I'm gonna eat food finally. But I still wasn't hungry. Like literally no hunger pains, no growling, no like just like urges to like want to eat. And that was the weird part. But I think it's because I had a 20-pound fuel tank to feed me through 3 days. That's why like it was so easy. But like around 2 o'clock, I was preparing to eat at 6 p.m. because I had a coach class and I had clients. I was like, I could just keep going. Maybe I'll just go until the morning and make it like an 80-hour fast. But this is where things got tricky. 4 p.m. comes around. My class, it's a really hot day. It's humid, it's hot, it's deadlifting, and it's like a mile and a half of running. Only 2 people show up, and I'm like, you know what? I'll jump in on this workout and do the workout with class. And holy crap, just like the stress of heavy weights, you know, it stutter. Keep in mind, I didn't work out for basically a whole week. I didn't like pick up a weight, and these were heavy deadlifts. Like, how many reps was it? It was 6 reps touch and go, 10 rounds. You had to run and then do 6 reps of the deadlift and increase every round. And I'm working with like over 300 pounds at this point, and just the stress of that weight on my body, my nervous system. It's hot out. I'm sweating. I literally was like, am I gonna have a heart attack? Like I was really stressed out. And right after the workout, 5 p.m. comes around. I'm supposed to have a client. I'm like, I need to get out of here before I die. Like I literally was like out of breath, fatigued, felt like really messed up. So I went home right away. I had that bone broth, kind of like chicken soup ready, and I had that first meal. And let me tell you, you could see it on my face if you watch that video, just like the taste of just like bone broth, a little salt, a little pepper. I was like, oh, and I didn't show you anything after that. So after that, let's post up that picture right here, the before and after, 22 pounds lost. my body looked weird-ish because I took a week off. Basically, I took like 10 days off of working out. So I was like really soft and deflated as is. So with the fast of being really depleted, I just like looked but I lost 22 pounds. I lost 5.5 inches off my waist, and the results were pretty good for 3 days, you know? And after that bone broth, just to recap, I had the bone broth. Then about 30 minutes later, I had the chicken, just the chicken and the bone broth. Then about an hour later, I had a big leafy green salad with just peppers and onions and a little bit more of that shredded chicken. And that was pretty much it. And then about an hour after that, I had a Siggi's yogurt with some fruit. And that was pretty much it. You're supposed to ease into it because your body doesn't know what to do with all that food. You know, you just basically starved it for 3 days. So it's just like, what the hell? You don't have as much, what's it called? The stomach bile. Like, you know, your body's not producing any more stomach acid to like break down the food. So you're supposed to ease into it. People do say that you'll get like diarrhea if you eat too much food at once. Thankfully, I didn't have that problem, but I just eased into it, and then I went to bed, woke up the next day, ate regular. And that's the tricky part. The next day, you wake up, you start eating food, and then that's where like I ate my breakfast, and then immediately after, like 2 hours later, I'm like, I'm so hungry. Ate my lunch, and I was like, I'm still so hungry. So trying not to overeat the next day is like crucial. That's like where people basically almost like, I guess you could say, relapse, and they just like eat a lot of calories again, and then you're back at square one. So make sure if you do it, ease into the next few days of eating. So let's just go over a general recap. 72 hours, water, black coffee. Some people have green tea, some people have lemon water and salt, but you're not having any solids, you're not having Gatorade, you're not having Propel water, you're not having Snapple, you're not having, and I didn't even drink like seltzer water. I didn't have anything, just water, black coffee. I put some salt in my coffee at one point, but no solid foods, right? And people were commenting like, is that healthy? What are the benefits? Yada, yada, yada. You can look up the research, but I personally felt like I would not do it again. I don't think I would do it again because I think I could get the same results or even better if I just worked out really hard for 3 days. Like if I just did CrossFit for 3 days, ate my regular diet food in a deficit, I think I would feel better and just like be able to burn those calories off through exercise. The 72 hours were like, if it was fine, I survived, but then the next 2 days, at that point it was Thursday, Friday, the next 2 days were like basically like my Monday and Tuesday, and like it took me 4 days for my body to just like adjust to working out again. So if I think I just jumped right back into fitness, it would be just way easier. I do though think that it's great for obviously spiritual reasons. If you're doing, if it's part of your religion, then obviously, there's that reason to do it. Detoxing your body, like if you just want to do it prior to like starting a diet or just to reset, yeah, I think it's good. But I don't think you should do it often. And I think I was looking up some blogs about it, and people do it like once a month or once every 3 months. I think that's okay. But I don't think it's definitely, someone was like, should you do it every other day or something like that? And I was like, no. Definitely don't do it regularly. I do think regular intermittent fasting is a great tool for weight loss. I used it personally when I was like about 230, down to like, even when I was like, my current weight, like 190. I use it all the time. I would use it before like big holiday weekends where I knew like I was gonna eat a lot of food, or I used it before and after cheat days to kind of balance out the calories. But I think it's great. You get great results from it, and it teaches you a little more control about like, you don't need to wake up immediately and start eating your meal and then eat every 2 hours. That can kind of be stressful, and you need a certain lifestyle to be able to eat that frequently. So it shoves you into this little 8-hour window or even less, and you can just focus more on like your day-to-day tasks and not worry about, I gotta eat my next meal. I gotta eat my next meal. So there are benefits to intermittent fasting. I think you should try it out. Maybe start with 12 hours, then 14, then get into that 16-hour window fast, which is the normal. It's like 16 hours not eating, 8 hours eating. And then if you have good results on that and you want to push it a little further to 18 hours, 20 hours, I think that's a good idea too. I do not know, someone asked about OMAD, 1 meal a day, 23-hour fast, 1 hour of eating. I don't know the results from that. I don't know the benefits, but I do personally like that 24-hour fast. If I was gonna do this again, and I know I'm ranting, I would do maybe a 24-hour fast, because that 24-hour fast, I dropped 12 pounds and then just get back into it after that. So maybe like 1 day off and just resetting and then jumping back into my diet and fitness. So maybe I'll do another challenge like months down the road of 72 hours. Maybe I'll try a dry fast where you don't even drink any fluids at all. But that's it, that's a recap. If you want to try the 72-hour fast, go for it. No one's saying that you can't do it, but be prepared. I think it would be much more difficult if I wasn't 20 pounds overweight and eating like crazy for 5 days, and I started right now how I am, like in shape. I think it would be really difficult. So ease your way into it. You don't have to just like go from 0 hours of fasting to 72 hours of fasting, right? For your first challenge or your first attempt. Ease into it. So try intermittent fasting. Comment down below what you think about intermittent fasting or the longer fast. I know someone was saying 8 days. They went 8 or 9 days. I think that's crazy. But that's it for today's video. Make sure you drop down a comment. Make sure you like this video. Go check out Rob and Jen. Subscribe over there. Hit the notification bell. You know what to do. The next video, I think I'm going to talk about how I've gone since January of this year to about now of just like not, so like 6-7 months of not having crazy epic challenge cheat day weekends, and how I'm living more of a balanced lifestyle through these full day of eating, just eating whatever I want, just having fun. So if you want to see that video, drop a comment down below and I'll see you guys in the next one.